Hello. Hey, how's it going, Ryan?
Hey, Stu. How long had you been shaping?
I did my first board when I was 13 years old. Well, I'm 65 now, so you do the math.
Where are you from and where's home now?
I grew up in South Orange County in Mission Viejo. Home now is in South San Diego. I actually live out near Otay Mountain.
Who do you have glassing your boards?
Joe Roper, and so it's Joe and JoJo and their crew. They glass all of my poly boards, and Harbor Glassing up at Oceanside, DJ Kane and Michael Barron do my epoxies.
How do you measure surfboard value?
I'm going to say, first off, experience in the people that build your boards and knowledge. I also believe that good surfers make good craftsmen.
What's the first thing you check when QCing your boards?
You know, I'm lucky in that the guys that glass my boards do such a good job, and they've worked on my boards for a long time. So it's very, very rare, you know, like one board out of 100 where something's screwed up, which could be fin angle. There could have been an issue with the glassing, and I don't pass that on to my customer. I'll just make them another one so it's perfect. So it's really rewarding knowing that picking things up, they're going to be done perfectly.
Do you order custom blanks?
Yes, I do. I have my own rockers. So I use both US and Millennium, but Millennium their gun blanks were designed by myself and another good friend of mine, Chris Russell.
What's your PU to EPS build ratio?
Very high in PU because as COVID came on, my glass shops that were able to do good epoxy work pretty much vanished. That's probably 2 boards out of 100.
Who's been giving you feedback on your boards?
It varies. I've got friends all over the place that are really good surfers. I've got 2 main guys, our big wave guys, Alex Lieber and Luca Padua. So that started with Sean Dollar. Prior to Sean was another local guy, Derek Dunphy here in La Jolla, who's absolutely charged.
How close do you keep your eye on surf contests?
Not at all. I'm not even interested. That's not my customer. My customer base is guys that want unique surfboards that they're not like anything else out there.
Custom board versus stock board off the rack?
Well, that's an interesting question. So I'm pretty much strictly custom. I have some other stuff going on that's going to get unveiled this summer. I predominantly just do custom surfboards.
Any surf shop employees that you want to give a shout out to?
John Ennis is a friend of mine. He runs Surf Ride. The crew up at Mitch's North, they're very special people. And when I need a blank in a hurry, I'll run up there and, you know, grab whatever I want. If I need to special order something, they'll do it in a week. And Millennium Foam has been really, really good to me.
What do you think about board reviews on the internet?
I look at them occasionally if I'm bored, but it's like, you know, the difference from what I do to like the guys that just pump out shortboards, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. That's their gig. Bigger is better, and that's fine, you know. So, again, my stuff really, I mean, I do everything from pro-style shortboards to the so-called bad word mid-lengths, but that's kind of my niche. I want my boards to paddle well. I want them to go fast. I want them to turn, and I want people to have fun on them. And that's pretty much the simple explanation for all of it.
What's something most people don't know about Stu Kenson Surfboards?
I don't sell to surf shops very much. It's strictly custom, and I like the relationship from me, the shaper, to my customers. I'm not that guy that waves my flag. I do a bit of my stuff on Instagram. That's really the only place where I contact people, and then, of course, when they want to come in to order a board. And if they can, I'll spend time with them on the phone and go through all the details. But I'm very detailed-oriented, and new customers especially, I really try to get them to relax and be honest about their abilities, and I want to know where they surf, how good a surfer they are, and what they're looking to improve in their surfing. See if I can help them there, too.
Who's your stab-in-the-darker shaper?
You know, Xanadu is really talented. I've known that guy forever. He's built really unique surfboards through the years. Your average California surfer, especially through the COVID years, that surfs at Scripps Pier, you know, or whatever your break is you want to talk about California Street for you, is not very advanced, and they need a board that's really forgiving. So I don't even know how they can relate to the stuff that Stab and Pro Surfing does. Here's the difference: is the pro level surfers are so good they can basically ride potato chips. You know, I remember a video I saw of Kelly and Andy surfing somewhere in Indo, might have been Fiji, but they're basically swimming their boards. When you see an underwater view of say Kelly, and his board's mostly underwater when he's paddling, they're swimming them. And here's the other thing is realistically, if you did a poll of surfers and you asked them through the years who, do you know these shapers and do you know these pro surfers, it pretty much, let's just say pro surfers, all right? How many kids know who Tom Curran is, or Mark Hawkins, Derek and Michael Ho? There's not a lot. There are little territories people know. Same for shapers. There's still a lot of really good shapers out there that people don't even think about.
What's your craziest custom board order?
I just got one where the guy was, I'm not going to go into details because he didn't like his board, but it was what he asked for. And I should have just told him no, which is what I usually do. But I made him what he wanted. And then like 6 weeks later, he said he didn't like it. I said, well, I got your order sheet right here. So showing everything that you wanted, I put in there.
What made that crazy custom order so crazy is that the guy wasn't listening to your 40 plus years of shaping experience.
Yeah. The funniest part was he thought he'd just bring it back. I'm like, no, sorry. You're on your own. I mean, that's once in a blue moon.
Right. Do you have anything new in the works?
Continued refinement. This year, I've done channel bottoms forever, but I did have the opportunity to do Alan Burns boards here for a couple of years. And he had a couple little tricks that he taught me that really refines them. There's a lot of important aspects in them. I make a lot of those, especially, a year like this where we have such good surf. I'm actually right in the middle of doing a whole bunch of channel bottoms.
I'm going to do some word association. I'll say a word or phrase, and then you just say the first word or phrase that comes to mind.
Give it a shot.
Joel Tudor.
Unique.
Rusty Presendorfer.
Experienced.
Evening Glass.
Resin.
Max McDonald.
Legends.
Team riders.
Alo and Ellis Lieber and Luca Padua are setting the bar very high this year at Mavericks.
Naked Viking Surf.
Very humble people.
San Diego.
Home.
Thanks so much for your time. What's the easiest way to get someone on an SK surfboard?
They can contact me through Instagram. That's always the easiest way. And then I send them my contact number and we go from there.
Thanks so much, Stu. All right, man. We'll see you.
Very good, Ryan. All right.
Bye-bye.